Welcome to another edition of the Smokebox for BREALTV. I'm Dr. Green Thumb, aka B Real, here with legendary producer in the box, my man Hitboy up in here.
Respect, my guy.
Word up. Glad to have you up in here. We're smoking
appreciate you having me.
We're smoking some Cali Lights from the Insane brand on some funky field tips. We got E-Zone back there. And Ross, right?
My boy Ross.
Ross, there you go.
New Jersey's finest.
New Jersey's finest. Welcome to it.
Out here on the West.
And I just want to say, man, salute to all the work you put into hip hop, your contributions.
Respect.
You know, as a producer and, you know, artist in general.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know, one of Cali's finest. You know, let's say that off the top.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I be running into people. I meet a lot of people, and I tell them I'm from Cali. They don't even be knowing, and they be like, yo, it's crazy to meet people that's really doing this shit that's actually from Cali.
Right.
So I ain't even look at it like that, but, you know, it's just crazy.
Yeah, because a lot of folks thought you were from the East Coast initially, right? Because so many East Coast artists be fucking
when I was like 19, I moved to Atlanta to fuck with this producer, Polo the Don, who had shit super cracking at the time. So people think I'm from Atlanta or the East Coast.
Yeah.
I knew you was on some Cali shit when I heard you on some Dom shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, then I was like, man, that's the Bird Park. So I was like, man, I'm born and raised like right there. So I'm like, man,
we working on new shit right now. That's my dog.
Yeah, man. It's good to see, you know, like everybody like embracing, you know, someone from Cali. And it's good because like it's good in a different way because like, you know, you got love in different places where, you know, normally, you know, a lot of Cali motherfuckers don't get that kind of love.
Exactly.
But, you know, I think it's attributed to all the work you put in with all these different artists and the stamp and the sound.
Nah, man, I definitely was, you know, inspired obviously by Dre, Battle Cat, Quick, everybody doing that shit out here. But as I started to get older, I wanted to make sure that my shit just was more on a global scale than just, you know, being boxed in and being West Coast.
Yeah. You want to do more like a universal sound rather than just stay in the box of a West Coast sound. Because, like, you know, like I could definitely relate to that because like early on, to get a deal out here on the West Coast, you had to sound like one of the groups out here or had something. And if you didn't have that, they didn't fuck with you. You know what I mean? But like, fortunately, it opened up to where you could be from Southern Cali or anywhere in Cali and not have that necessarily like the NWA sound or the G-Funk shit or any of that and get on. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to ask you, like, what other genres were you inspired by? Like, you know, because y'all shit was like damn near metal energy, like, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
real head nod, but still super hip hop to the core.
You know what it was is that like growing up, even before like we all met each other, right? We were all listening to similar shit, right? So like what you would find in like Muggs's crate and Sendog's crate and my crate and even Bobo's crate is all going to be similar shit. Like we listened to the heavy metal, we listened to the punk rock shit, we listened to reggae, and you know whatever other genres that we grew up around the household, like the shit your parents would listen to. So I was listening to like a lot of doo-wop shit because my father liked that, oldies and shit like that, and my mother, she liked what is considered classic rock now, but you know, a lot of Caribbean music, you know what I mean? Like a lot of salsa, a lot of stuff like that, because you know she was from Cuba. So I got a chance to be exposed to all that shit. But the common stuff we would listen to was the metal, the punk rock, and the reggae, and all that stuff. And so as we're going, you know, there's these little influences just here and there from it.
Yeah, no, I can hear it. No, that's why I wanted to ask you that question for sure.
Yeah, man.
It's similar with my shit. Just I'm able to work with Nas because I start discovering these people like Nas, like Jay-Z, you know, Big L, motherfucking all these East Coast artists that my family wasn't necessarily playing, but like, you know, getting deeper into middle school, high school, and motherfuckers playing this shit. I'm like, okay, I start getting attracted to that type of sound, and that shit just meshed in, and it's like I could work with Dom, I could work with Nas, I could work with, you know, rest in peace Juice WRLD,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, Playboy Cardi, whoever, just like mix the shit up.
Did it surprise you when the first big name came at you?
I mean, it was more so like just extra motivation. Like I kind of always had a confidence in myself, even if my talent level wasn't matching the way I was thinking. I knew this shit was gonna crack in some type of way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What vibe you like to have in the studio? Like, you know, because everybody has their sort of style. Like some people like an atmosphere in there, having a bunch of people in there vibing out, and other people closed session.
Yeah.
We'll take mushrooms.
Nah, right, exactly. That's funny. I
Some
just
folks
was
take
having
mushrooms.
a conversation with my boy Vince Staples about mushrooms and shit yesterday. Man, I'm kind of like sometimes I be having my son with me a lot of times in the studio, so I keep it low. I don't have too much, but like, you know, I might do a playback, invite some people to come hear what I'm doing. But
Yeah.
for the most part, when I'm really zoned in, I need to be dolo, just be low key.
Locked in, right?
Yeah.
And so you were talking about mushrooms?
Yeah, I ain't never did them, but
Real?
motherfuckers always say like I should try 'em.
We tried them in the studio when we were working on Black Sunday. We're at Baby Monster's studio in NYC.
Crazy.
And we were like probably halfway or close to the end actually of finishing the album, and we were doing the song "We Ain't Going Out Like That," and just before we did the song, Mugg, Sen, and myself, we popped some mushrooms, and as we started like to do the verses for the song, I started peaking right at that moment.
How was that?
It was crazy. You know, like people were like, "How did you deliver that?" I'm like, "Well, I knew the song before I came in."
Yeah.
And you know, because if I had to read it, I think if I had to read it, there's no way I record that song. But like I had it,
Yeah.
so I could, you know, it was just making sure I stood on beat. And what people hear on Black Sunday, that's actually what we recorded while we were on the peak of the mushrooms.
So when you listen to that verse, you just go back to that mindset, like you feel how you was feeling and shit.
I could hear the difference in my voice from any other verse on that particular album. There was something different in there. There was like how can I explain it? It's not like a tremble, but like more of a like a more of a grit
You was
on
really in that shit.
Yeah, in a different way. I think because when you do mushrooms, you tap into shit in a different way. You see
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah, you see it different, and then you realize it. Like you see all the mathematics of it and understand it better. And so I guess maybe it just helped me tap into that verse in a different way that just I locked into the pocket of that beat. You know what I mean? And salute to T-Ray because he made that shit.
That's hard.
You've never taken anything like that has like given you like a psychedelic effect, or maybe
Man,
like,
bro, I'm good off the drink and the smoke, man. I'm a simple guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm really built for pills or no mushrooms or no wild shit, man. I just feel like if I'm gonna be the type of nigga to do this shit and just pass out, never wake up, I'd rather just stick to the tree and the liquor.
Now, if you do mushrooms, right, it takes you on a little journey depending on how much you take. So, like, if you're a beginner,
you microdose.
You microdose, right? So that you feel a little something, but you're not all the way in. And when you sort of get used to that, you might say, okay, you know what? Let me go just a little bit further and to take that little ride and shit. We used to do that shit, you know, like, before we do shows and shit, we'd be taking like an eighth of mushrooms each and going on stage and like watch it all slow down in the middle. It was the craziest shit.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Who have you not worked with that you want to fuck with?
Man, I get asked this question. I can't call it, man. A lot of my heroes and shit that I really wanted to work with, I got to do songs with. Even like, you know, certain people where the song didn't even come out. Like I had Missy Elliott get with some shit. We ain't never officially released some shit, but we did some shit together. I did shit with certain artists, but I mean, honestly, I'm at the point where I'm just trying to work with whoever want to work with me. That's leveling with me, you know what I'm saying? I understand what I'm doing and I respect what they doing, and I feel like I can make music with anybody.
It's, you know, it's crazy because when people ask that shit of us, right, who've been in the game this long,
Yeah.
you know, you think about it and you like, you have collaborated with all these folks and you don't even think about it until someone asks you and be like, damn,
Yeah.
I got to collaborate with motherfuckers that I looked up to and that I respected, all that shit, and you don't really realize it till someone asks
Put it
you
in
and shit.
perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, and it'd be crazy, like, cause that just like I'll be in certain rooms and it's like I'm used to listening to these people music and I'm lighting up just as I'm hearing it. Then I get the opportunity to go in the studio and play them beats and I just see how they light up when I play them my shit. That's like, man, that just put me on a whole different mindset. Like I'm really cut from that cloth, but it's just about continuing to do this shit.
That shit is inspirational, man. Especially like when you grew up off of them and you get, you know, like you're like, oh shit, this is the artist that inspired me right here, and then they fuck with you, right?
Yeah.
And that's another source of inspiration right there, because it's something you never think about, right? Like as an artist, you never, like for us, right? For instance, we were always like geeked off of like EPMD and Public Enemy and like, oh, that was our shit.
Yeah.
And you know, years later, we get to do shows with these dudes and then, you know, work with them to a degree. We're like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we never saw that
coming.
Yeah. I mean, because it's not something you think about. You know, I think you just, as an artist, you're growing and doing it. You're living in the moment as opposed to one day I'm going to be up
Exactly. Really, when you really in it, like you just head down and you just going. And by the time you look up, like you said, you like, damn, I done did all this shit.
Yeah.
Been around all these, you know, different artists, work with these people, got your respect and shit. So, god damn, I'm choking like a motherfucker. Whew, shit.
That happens in here, you know what I'm saying? To the best of us.
Hey, man.
How you doing? You all right?
I'm cool.
Yeah. At the least, you're going to feel real good when you roll out.
You gonna get something to eat that you gonna be like, why the fuck I eat so much? You know, do you have a go-to munchie, man? I mean, because like, especially like you're a real LA cat, so like you know, a lot of people don't. Like, I guess at least a lot of hype foodies, they won't go past Vernon, but there's some fire ass spots around there. You know what I mean?
I feel it. I mean, shit. I'll be over in at my studio in West Hollywood, so I order the shit that's around there. They got this shit called Insomnia Cookies. That's crazy. The shit's is fire.
Those are the ones that come in like the weed packaging and shit. You know what I mean?
Nah, they not. It's not even weed. It's
they're regular cookies, but I know what you're talking about. They're like some crazy, like thick ass cookies, right?
They are, but it come in like a purple box. Like some shits is fire. You should look them up if you ever on that side. Like shits go crazy. Man, I can't call it, man. Candy, whatever.
You be lighting up like heavy in the studio or just keep as funny? You go?
Man, I smoke like a cigarette smoker, man. I roll my little small personals. I don't smoke with motherfuckers. I smoke all personals.
Yeah, same
I roll
here.
some shit I could hit real quick.
That's the way
get
you
back
do
to
it.
my zone. Yeah.
That's the best way. Smoke personals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And get in your zone. Smoke as big or as small as you want and just get in the motherfucking zone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Now you put out a line, right, in the cannabis industry, Hitboy OG.
Hitboy OG.
And you know, I think that's dope that you know made the transition and got in the game, and you got a new strain, right?
Yes,
with it right now.
Yep. Shit, Hitboy OG right here.
That's right.
There was a bag on the table.
Yeah, waiting game. That's the type of strain it is. But we're gonna be putting out some more strains and packaging. It's clean. You got the speakers on the back and shit. So it's in alignment with my brand, with the music.
Waiting game. That's right. It's called Waiting Game, right?
Yeah,
the new strain.
Game, yeah.
That's the shit. That was in the bag. There was the 8-ton was rolling up, right?
Yeah, that's some
Oh
fire
man,
shit.
dude, I rolled the personal one, like a fat ass one of that. That shit's some flavor, bro.
Okay,
Like,
that's solid.
for real, it's like some flavor. It's a good combination of like two. I think it's like Fruity Pebbles and Mac, if I'm not mistaken.
Bro, it's a smoke that specifically for creatives for me, because it's like you could smoke that shit and you can still do your shit. You ain't gonna be too slumped, but you gonna feel good.
Yeah, because that's the thing. If you're trying to get some shit done and you know that the heavy shit knocks you down, that's the last thing you should smoke. You should be smoking some shit that keep your ass up.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people don't know that when they get in the game. They just trying to smoke whatever, or maybe they don't ask questions.
Fucking around trying to work, you pass out. It's like, man, you done missed a few hours of shit you could have been locked in on. So
that's right.
Definitely, but I'm gonna put some heavier shit out too. But this one is definitely for the creatives. I wanted to get that point across.
Yeah.
Look at good smoke.
That's what's up.
Because let's say you fall asleep in the studio, that's all. Time is money. You just wasted all that time,
right?
And all that money.
Facts. That's money.
Don't fall asleep.
Real money.
It's real money. Yeah.
You do edibles?
Man, bro, listen. I do not do edibles, man. So listen, when I was probably 20 years old, living in Atlanta, my nigga chasing cash. He had some weed butter, bro. Mind you, I didn't even smoke at this time at like 20. I'm about to be 35 in 2 weeks. It's 15 years ago.
Oh man.
And so my boy Chase had some weed butter. He cooked some food with the weed butter. I was hungry as fuck, so I ate it, and I already had started eating it, and him and the homie was like laughing. I'm like, what niggas laughing at? They like, oh, we put weed butter in the food. Bro, I was like, fuck it, I kept eating it. I ain't know about no edibles or no shit like that back then. I didn't even smoke, so. But man, listen, bro, we had a studio session that day. We on the way. I just started laughing like a motherfucker, just tripping out, bugging. Then when we get to the studio, I start wigging, bro. I'm laying on the floor, bro. I'm motherfucking seeing the music pop out of the speakers. I'm looking at the trumpets and fucking keyboards. I'm seeing this shit come out the speakers. I'm like, yo, I'm bugging. And so it just got so bad, bro, to where I was like, yo, bro, y'all niggas gotta take me to the hospital. I think it's over with. Like, I was fucked up. And so, they like, man, nah, just chill, bro. Just go to the crib, take a shower, you gonna be good. I'm like, man, fuck that. Take me to the hospital, bro. Anyway, we go to the crib. Nigga, I get in the shower. As soon as the water hit me, I just threw up all the food that they had cooked. Shit. Like, I seen the shit, like, in the tub. Like, that shit was terrible scene. And, yeah, since then, I never fucked with edibles, ever.
Yeah, like, if you have too much, especially on your first time, man, that shit is a fucking roller coaster ride.
A bowl full of chicken, rice, vegetables, all that shit was covered in the butter.
Oh yeah, they medicate that though, man. That's it's like when you're hungry, you're gonna eat that. So it's like you just setting everybody else up.
Man, yeah. If you don't have a tolerance for that,
oh man.
If you don't have a tolerance for that,
was bad, bro.
The ride is crazy.
Since then, I said I'm never touching them. Like,
yeah, you know the thing is that when you do edibles or you eat infused food, someone's got to give you the information to tell you how many milligrams of shit you're eating right in there. Because if not, if the food's really good and you don't know that it's infused, you'll eat that whole shit up.
It happens before.
Oh yeah,
I did.
Yeah, because I know what it is to do that shit. That shit is like on another level. Because the whole thing is guys like us will have that, and then we'll be smoking too right after.
Yeah.
So we're fucking dealing with how the edibles are hitting us, and then, added by the smoke that we're smoking.
That's
a
different one.
It's a ride.
Yeah.
That is a crazy ass ride right there.
I feel it.
You can get drugged down with that shit.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna stick, like I said, to the drink, hit my little tree, man, and I'm good.
So you like smoking? What are the wraps you smoke with?
I be smoking with grab a leaf, small grab a leaf.
Damn.
I know on the East Coast they like crunch it up in they papers and shit, but I just roll my shit straight in the leaf. I don't know, my boy G Dave, he a producer as well. We did a bunch of fire shit together. He's from Kansas. And he just put me on the grabbers probably like 6 years ago, and I smoked the way he smoked. That's why, because he always roll his personals and shit.
Yeah.
That's where I got it from.
Yeah. Word up.
Those shits are heavy.
Yeah, they are.
They burn slow as fuck, right?
Definitely.
Yep.
That's why motherfuckers like them though, because they burn slow. Or is there like a certain flavor on it, or both?
Man, honestly, it might be that, and I'm just addicted to how that shit just like hit. Like, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
I hear that. Yeah, right there. What you're smoking on, I believe, is a King Palm. Salute to King Palm.
Yeah, solid.
Hemp leaf right there.
We
Hemp leaf blizzy. You
with
know
the
what I'm
Hitboy OG inside.
That's right.
Y'all rolled up the crazy.
That shit is fire, by the way.
Thank you, bro.
You guys are fucking.
You killing it, man. I love the facility, the whole shit that's going on. Like, I'm inspired because that's what I'm trying to do next. Like, I've had different studios. I got a studio now. I got a couple rooms in there, but I want to have a whole shit where I could film, record photos, whatever I got to do.
Podcast.
It's
all that.
Yeah, you know, like, I think a lot of us looked at what Snoop was doing. I mean, I started a lot of the broadcasting I was doing in an old studio I had in Chatsworth.
Yeah.
But I realized that shit was too small, so I figured, you know what, I got to get into a spot that like I can be recording in, could film and do the live shit in, and just be central.
Yeah.
And then you know like you see Snoop created his compound, same thing where he's does everything there. He don't got to fucking move for nothing, and it's cool when you can have your creative space and like not have to fucking bounce around and just become.
Motherfuckers come to you.
Yeah.
The people that you need, like
all day.
That's it, man, for sure. That ownership, that property. That's it.
And then you know the way you host people, making them feel comfortable, because like shit like this, I could say like going to like Joe Rogan shit and Snoop's deal and others that do the type of shit we do, right? It feels way better than going to the radio. Like going to the radio is real stiff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you can't do none of this shit. Like it's a real quick interview about whatever the fucking promo is, and
then it's on now. We can sit here and really just talk about shit. Like
it's having your own platform, man. I think that's everything, especially when you're an artist and you know you've been in the game as long as we have, and you got whatever gems to drop, whatever, whether it's music or merch or information, man. It's everything.
Information is everything.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hell yeah, man. And we definitely got to do something with having the Hitboy OG and Dr. Green Thumbs. We got to definitely make that shit happen right there.
We need to throw a fire ass event. All of us put everything in one. That shit be crazy.
Yeah, and you got other flavors dropping behind the waiting game, right?
Yeah. We're gonna have some more heavier stuff, more piney, like just thick smoke. So.
You ever tried dabs?
Man, I used to fuck with the dabs a little bit. My boy, Jared from
West Coast Cure. Salute to Jared. That's the homie right there.
He always came through and showed love to me and the squad. So fuck with bro. I used to be on the dabs with him.
I gotta say, man, like he's loved by a lot of us. You know what I mean? Like he'd been there, like providing that fire shit too. You know what I mean? Like
for a minute.
Yeah, for a minute. Yeah. Salute to West Coast Cure JP and
exactly. That's my dog.
And all them guys, man. Yeah. So you were doing it for a while and then you leaned off of it or something?
On the dabs?
Yeah.
Yeah, just when bro used to pull up, and he'd pull up with the whole setup, niggas taking dabs and shit, like, but I don't know, I guess just going through life, I just kind of separated from doing that shit.
Yeah, that shit is heavy.
No, it is. That shit different. I'm like thinking back, I can't believe I was doing that shit for real.
To me, I feel like it hits you faster, but it doesn't stay as long as like smoking like, blunt or a joint.
I agree. That shit hit you hard in the chest.
Oh yeah.
Give you that little high for that minute.
What do you think he's on? You think which high do you think lasts longer?
I honestly think that the fact that you handle dabs and you're like don't really like the edibles is it's kind of crazy that you prefer that over anything else. Because dabs is the heaviest. That's just supposed to be
Yeah.
like concentrated weed. So I'm like,
Right.
it's supposed to be like the full equivalent of like just
No.
like all the potency at once.
No, but what I'm saying is, which high do you think lasts longer? Do you think the dab high lasts longer, or do you think the flower high
The
lasts
dab
longer?
eye, if you haven't built the tolerance to it.
You good?
Can we let him out?
Yeah,
All right, we're going to take a second.
Nah.
We're back after a minor break. We're here with Hitboy and Smokebox.
Man, we one less person, man.
Yeah, you know,
it's too smoky in this joint.
The box occasionally does that.
What year is this?
This is an 83 Cadillac.
This one too hard.
Oh yeah. We got another one being built right now called the Mamba, you know, in tribute to Kobe
Rest
and
in
whatnot.
peace. Yeah.
And then we shall retire this box and you know, do all boxes, you know, in the Mamba caddy.
Okay.
It's same year.
Okay. Yeah,
Because
what color?
I like caddies. It's gonna be like a purplish. It's gonna have a couple different tones in it. You know, Laker tones.
I like that.
Gotta do that.
Gotta do that.
Gotta do that.
That's solid.
Man, they gotta get their shit together for next year.
Man, I swear to God.
Man,
We gotta get it right.
it was painful.
You been watching that Winning Time?
Yes.
John C. Riley, that's my
yes.
shit, bro.
Hey,
That shit make me, obviously, I grew up loving the Lakers and shit, but
Yeah,
that shit
same
just
here.
give me so much more appreciation because he really, he put that shit together, by the skin of his motherfucking teeth.
He put it all on the line. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like when you hear all the backstory shit.
Motivational.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And the casting they did, it's like they hit it all on the head with all them
right there, bro.
Yeah.
They all killing that shit.
Yeah, and what's crazy is Magic just put out a documentary.
Yeah.
This really dope on Apple. On Apple Plus or something like that. I think it's called They Call Me Magic or something like that.
I started watching the first episode. I ain't got all the way into it yet.
Yeah, it's good, man. And you see that, like, some of the shit on Winning Time, you see it tying into his actual documentary.
Yeah.
Which is, it's like a 4-part series.
Okay.
It's really dope. It makes you appreciate Magic on a whole other level. Cause man, they were trying not to give it to him like the whole time. Jerry Buss was really the only dude
pushing for it.
that saw, you know, what this dude was capable of. And even Jordan said, like, he was like, yeah, you know, a lot of people want to give me credit for this, that, and the other, but this dude changed the game.
Yeah, not for sure. I see that. He won shit, high school, college, and NBA championship back to back to back.
He
That's ridiculous.
He did all that shit.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. And he won a championship in his first year.
First year. They ain't even give him MVP. They gave it to Bird.
Yeah. The league,
crazy.
yeah. Or Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's just crazy how they were hating on him, and then he, you know,
came through.
He flipped it around on him. It's good seeing that story. It's dope.
Yeah, like just, man, even in my own path, just watching how my boy Jerry Buss just like fucking he wasn't taking no for an answer.
Yeah.
Like they was like, man, shitting on him. He ain't got the experience, he ain't got the background. He was like, man, fuck all y'all. Like, I'm finna do this shit.
He took a chance.
Won the championship first year. That's ridiculous.
He took a chance on himself.
Yeah.
I mean, and yeah. I mean, when you think about it, Jerry Buss and Magic were both rookies in the game.
Exactly.
And they both won on their first year.
Motherfuckers would have never seen that coming or believed in that scenario if they, you know what I'm saying, if that was presented to them. That's why you just gotta go, and that's my shit, bro. Like, I feel like I've been counted out so many times, whatever, but it's my perseverance and the fact that I love the music shit so much. I'm gonna always figure out, you know what I'm saying, a new level, a new height to reach.
The character that cracks me up the most in that shit is Jerry West.
Oh yeah, classic.
Because all we've ever known is seeing reserved Jerry West, like consummate professional.
He's the complete polar opposite.
Yeah, he's like, But you know, like that showed you his love for the game, like how passionate he was, that it drove his ass crazy like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you know, the real Jerry West is like saying, "Hey, man, that's not a."
He's like, man, I don't like that depiction.
That's not me.
I bet it is.
And I bet it is.
I bet it is.
And Homeboy playing him is doing a great job.
That's what I'm saying. That's why that shit's so good. It make you be like, I don't care what the real story is. This shit is it.
Yeah, that shit is it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I feel you, man. Fucking A, man. I gotta tell you, man, it's been an honor to have you here in the box. We gotta do something at some point.
Yeah, let's put it together.
You know what I mean?
You already know Illacana, man. We rocking hip with the Hitboy OG shit. We put the whole play together, make something crack.
That's right. Collaboration.
Definitely.
That's right, man. I want to thank you for sitting in the box and chopping it up with us. Let them know where they can find you.
Man, Hitboy OG, at Hitboy on IG. Shit. It's up. Illacana, Hitboy OG.
That's right. Make sure you like this episode, leave a comment, subscribe, tell a friend, share it out. Each one, teach one, and all of that. Don't be smoking no booth. Smoke that top shelf all day. Hitman OG.
Hitboy OG.
Hitboy OG. And waiting game. You know what I'm saying? Get it in your life. And you know, we're gonna make sure we get Hitboy OG, Dr. Green Thumbs. Make sure you check for it when it drops. And you know, check that Dr. Green Thumb show Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 Eastern, live right here on YouTube. Also on Twitch and Discord. Join us there, and you know, no boo.
Right.
Got the heart of a lion, soul of a titan, mind of a genius, fly with the heighten. All your senses is senseless, resistant, relentless. It's what they call you when your grind is endless. Let's get this.
They say I'm psycho, I move weight like lipo. Got a big crib like Michael, out the window with a rifle. My wrist game on light show. I'm backstage with white hoes. I got pre-rolls in that red cup. That's key lime, don't like those.
Got a full pack and we move that. Too aggressive, better pull back. Weight heavy, gotta run ready. My game steady, but you knew that.
I'm too on, my crew strong.